On this action-packed episode, we will be covering the following topics: the boys wrestling team and the girls and boys varsity basketball teams. I'm Ron Powers, and this is Jock.
For three. Outlaws, busting, we untouched.
I'm Ron Powers here with Joni Grody.
Cat fever.
Joni Grody, she's feeling a little bit under the weather.
I got it.
Boy, you sure you should be at work today? Well, if you're gonna stay here, I'm gonna take some precautions. Folks, just a reminder, it is a flu season, so, you want to wash your hands, stay away from germs and all that. I think a safe way is doing a little thing where they give you the flu shots. Speaking of shots, the boys and girls varsity basketball teams have just been doing stupendous, winning their last few games, but we're going to get to that later. Now, I want to talk now about the boys wrestling team. They recently had a dual meet against Hood River Valley, and they won that by a pretty considerable margin with a score of 52-16. Now, everyone on the team did very well, you can tell with a score like that, but I want to give a little bit of a accommodation to the boys who won their matches with pins. So I'm just going to go down the list. We have Liam Tarvin won his match with a pin, so did Andy Wagner, AJ Garcia, Jeremy Fisher, Jesse Rodello, Samuel Shields Colbray, and Michael Finn. Now, several other of the boys wrestlers, they won their games too, but that was by decision. So I just want to give a good job to all the boys out there on the wrestling team. Now, keep up the work as you move towards the states. Now, on to the varsity basketball teams. The girls, they've been winning their last few matches, but unfortunately, they have actually moved down in their 5A rankings to 5th place. They were previously at 3rd. And that is not a fault of them. They've been winning all their games. It's just part of the RPI rating system. So let's talk about them games they won. So on February 11th, they played Hood River Valley, and they just destroyed the competition. It was pretty cold of them. They won with a score of 62-16. Really took it to them. And on Valentine's Day, they were playing against their long-standing rivals, Pendleton, and they really broke their hearts for Valentine's Day because they won the game with a score of 59-56. It was a real nail-biter. Now, on to the boys' varsity basketball team. They also played against Hood River Valley, and they won by a considerable margin, not as much as the girls' team, but still it was a tremendous lead throughout. They won with a score of 66-35. And they also had a very close Valentine's game to Pendleton, and they won that too with a score of 55-51. Well, that's all the end of the exciting action today. I'm Ron Powers. That's Joni Grody.
Cat feline.
And this is Jock.
Ron finally went home. Thought he lived here. Guess not. Finally gonna take over the show. Speaking of taking over, the girls won. They sure took over the score, 50-44, against the Dowls last night, which places them 3rd in state. Ooh, and the boys, they sure took over, 63-49 versus the Dowls, placing them 15, which is pretty cool. We're all having a good day today. Ron's gone. The dogs are winning. What else can happen? Ooh, is that an ice cream truck I hear? Well, before I go get some ice cream, here's some footage of the game. That was good. This is Cat Feline signing off.